Buying property at foreclosure auction is completely different than buying property like you normally would on, like, say, the MLS or Zillow. There's a few specific things I want to talk about that's very different so that you understand. If you're looking to get a property that's deep discount at foreclosure auction, you're going to want to know, because it's very, 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 very different than buying traditionally like you would on the MLS. We're Matt and Kevin, two guys take on real estate. We bought hundreds of property at foreclosure auction, whether it be for our personal houses or investment properties. It's been a great way to buy deep discount property, but there's a lot of nuances. So we try to share some of our pros and tips and a lot of the mistakes we've made. If you have questions about them, please leave them below. We'd love to answer them, and let's get to it. Make sure you get a little paper and pen out there, take some notes, because I think you're going to get some gems in this. Typically, when you buy a property at on the MLS, you're looking for stuff that's listed, so therefore it's listed typically with a local agent. So this is a real estate agent. They go through the property. They're, taking, so I'm kind of in one ready right now. We're getting ready to list. This was actually a foreclosure auction, but we've renovated it and now we're going to list it. So this is going to, we're getting a little staging. We are, you'll be able to walk through, we walk through with the agent, kind of come up with a CMA, or comparative market analysis of what the value is. So you can kind of see, we're trying to get it ready, so people can walk through here. We'll get it a little cleaned up. You get to, kind of go through with the agent. This gets ready. They'll go through, they'll put all the data in there about whether it's well or septic, how many bedrooms, the square footage, all the different details. You'll put that in there. You also often documents that you might have to post, and you'll kind of get them all in there so that, people can review it, and then other agents, when they're looking for their buyers, they can kind of show them and say, hey, yep, this one has a Title V, it was just inspected or brand new, or they have lead certificates, or whatever it might be, all these documents that, you'll be able to kind of, see on the MLS, and you'll be a lot of information. And then you'll generally schedule a showing, so you'll be able to go there, schedule time, maybe on showing time or with your agent or someone else's agent, and you'll be able to walk through like I'm doing right now in this house. You can check it out. All right, yes, nice lighting. Look at that. Oh, look at this cool little thing here. Woo! Little hidden access area, little for extra storage. So you get to walk through, get all these details. You'll know about the well system was replaced here. And you'll have all the details here. You get the permits pulled. You get to see all the updates that we've been done here, which is really nice. A little new lighting. Like, as a homeowner, that's great. You really want to look at what you're buying. So this is a great way to buy a property for yourself. Now you're going to pay, because we're going to market this at top dollar. So that's normal. So here's some of the big differences. And then you're going to go through, obviously, a typical closing. Say you're going to use the financing on a regular MLS. You're going to go through a normal bank. You'll have plenty of time to put an offer in. You're going to basically, maybe do, close in 45 to 60 days. Get the bank financing, go through all this whole process. Bank's going to do an appraisal. The whole thing, shebang. That's kind of the typical steps you're going to go through for a typical MLS sale like this. Foreclosure auction, big differences. So first off, you're not going to get inside. Almost never do you get inside like I'm walking around right now. You don't get inside. This is as is, whereas you're on the outside, out in the snow right now, out in the cold, on maybe a blustery day, and you're sitting out there waiting, just kind of trying to keep warm, and you're looking at like, hey, waiting for the auctioneer to say the number if you're going to even bid or not, and hope that you've run your numbers, that you've figured out what you're going to have to do to put in the property to get it to where you want. If it's occupied, who knows with that? How long is it going to take you to get the occupants out? If they're tenants or they're the former owners, whatever it might be. And then who knows what happened inside? Did they destroy everything? Did they throw concrete down into the plumbing? Did they rip out the heating system? Who knows, right? There's so many unknowns when you're buying at foreclosure auction. This is why we really, 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 really take a lot of caution when you're buying at foreclosure auction. While yes, you can get a great deal, but you could get a horrible mess too. I mean, this place stunk. When this one here, it was occupied, but there was trash up here. So complete 180 on this baby. So you got for foreclosure auction, so you're bidding outside, no as is whereas. Typically you're then going to have a 30-day close. So you're not going to get traditional financing. You're going to have to work with a hard money lender or cash, whether it be a line of credit, whatever it might be. We talked about some of those videos up here, different ways to buy foreclosure auctions. But those typically, like I said, are going to be hard money lender, a private lender, lines of credit that you might have, or cash that you might have, or a business partner that you might have that can bring in the cash, because you're going to have to close in, typically 30 days, maybe a little bit longer, but you're not going to get access inside. They typically don't allow that, and so therefore, you're not going to get traditional financing, which makes it really hard, with all that to, get, which is a big stark difference than buying on the MLS. And like I said, you're buying it as is, whereas, you're not going to get inside. I mean, these are some of the big differences that you're going to have with a traditional MLS and a foreclosure auction. So once again, I just want to recap on that. So the big differences are going to be, you're buying MLS, you get to go in, you get to go check it out, you get traditional financing, great stuff, but you're going to be paying higher price. You're typically going to be paying, you'll maybe have a lot of competitive buyers, so because everyone can see it. Whereas the foreclosure auction, you're going to not get access inside. Could be tenanted, you don't know, occupied, whatever. You don't know maybe if the septic systems fail, all these other different details. You're going to have to close probably in 30 days, so you're not going to get traditional financing. And then, the pros are you could be getting a super discounted property. Now, there could be a lot of reasons why you are. They could need a lot of work, and there are a lot of headaches. You're tending to not have as much competition because this is not for everyone. It's very risky, so you don't. So you might not see a lot of other people bidding. Maybe you're only one here. I mean, out in this area, we were the only ones here. And that $200 house that we talk about, that we were the only ones. That's the only reason why I got it for $200, because no one else showed up. Otherwise, it would definitely got bid up. Still, typically at the foreclosure auctions, even when a few other bidders show up, everyone knows their numbers, they do their numbers, and you still tend to get a good deal if the bank's willing to let go of the property. Sometimes they just have to take it back for face value, and therefore no one's getting a deal. Bank then, will do another stuff. We'll talk that in another video. Those are the kind of the differences between, MLS and the foreclosure auction. If you have questions specifically about that, let me know below. I can answer them in a little more detail. In comments, we'll definitely answer a lot of those. And this, once again, this is getting ready to go on the MLS. It wasn't foreclosure auction, it was occupied. We got them out, we renovated it. Now it's going on the MLS for a new homeowner that likes to buy traditionally on the MLS, and they will hopefully have a great new home. Thanks, guys. Hope this was educational, and I'll see you guys on the next video.